So, the first video in the series is Gellet and alternative comps. This is where I recommend you use your dies. Gellet is the best option for this because you can clear it lower levels. I have done it. Alert 5, Alert 4 in the past and a year ago. Have footage to show it with lower invest units. Gellet you don't need in a secondary SR wheel. So again, how this spreadsheet works, what I recommend for the Covenants, recommend for the main wheel, and any secondary wheels you can put in. If I put any S key, any DR, any S key, it means any. Any you have left. Again, do wave 1, any you have left. Now, I put the min investment that can clear alert 5 that I have personally done or have seen. This is actually a bit lower. So, let's go back to the pass. Back to the pass to pass flares. Boom. Pass flares. Back to the pass. Where I had a weaker Gelot team. Level 60 units carry? Yeah. Alert 5, wave 4 on fucking Aisha. And I have some older videos. If you go back to the pass, like Samurai Jack, where I do it with a level 60 and level 70 Gelot with no crit rate. Because I don't believe in crit rate. I believe in my God. I believe in my fate. So, what is the alternative to Gelot? So this video is going to show you how to play Gelot and how to play the alternative, which is Salv. So we're going to scroll down. And I'm still working on it. This is one of the alternatives for Salv. So I'm going to explain what I mean about the alternatives here for this solo video. So, Gellet and Salv. They're both extremely good, extremely meta teams. They can both clear alert 5 at low investment levels. They are both extremely strong meta units. However, their team uses the exact same posse, which is LoneSeed. And again, you can only use one posse once the entirety time. So, if you're going to run Gellet, you're not going to run Salv. If you're going to run Salv, you're not going to run Gellet. And they both want dies. Now, Salvador doesn't need Aegis. Doesn't need the stun for his thing. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to play each. I can do the longer waves. Again, I did the longer waves with Gellet. But you can look at other videos if you want more. But this is going to simplify it. Yeah, I already did it. I already did Salv a billion times. But we're gonna do an exploration wave here. So I'm gonna pause this video. I'm gonna edit together. On live stream, you guys are gonna see me do the full run. So this is the start. I'm debating right now if I include the full run, including from start to finish, or if I edit it. So I'm just gonna start recording everything, and if I edit it, that's the problem for future flares or my Oliver Twist of an editor who I'll beat to death if they edited it wrong. So again, why am I using these brown wheels? Because I'm making sure I don't reuse any wheels. If you have a better key flare wheel you are not using elsewhere, put it on Aegis. If you have a better key flare wheel, put it on Thighs. If you have better DR wheels, put it on Horla. This is what I use. If you have a better plus 12 SSR wheel that's free, put it on Gellet. However, I use this because I don't have anything else left. Again, you don't need plus 2 Gellet. It's because of the random fucking banners. So let's go in. Again, you can get this same data from watching my older Gellet videos, but the algorithm likes the new shit for no fucking reason. So again, it's a pretty simple comp. It's not as simple as a Salv comp, but it's like saying let me see. I'm trying to find a good analogy. It doesn't always come to me that quickly. Sometimes I have to really think on a good Flares analogy. And that's what I'm doing right now. Coming up with a good Flares analogy. So the first turn, you always play the same. You triple Crimson, you get a Bloodthirsty. So on the second turn, typically you either do your burst, but on the first battle, you either survive elsewhere or you stun with Aegis. That's why she's there. So right now we're going to stun with Aegis. How are we going to stun with Aegis flares? We have the Sacred Blood right here. So we can Embryo Fusion, generate a baby, feed a baby to Aegis, and we stun. So right here, depending on how much you do not need, Aberrat just asked a question. I'll answer him in a second. So right here, you have two options with a Gelot comp. You either straight to dupe LoneSeed, the Bloodthirsty. However, depending on how much key flare you have on thighs, you can also Rouser and then LoneSeed if you think that combo is enough to get enough key flare. I actually don't know if this dies. I know that if I actually built the dies, it will have enough key flare. No, it does not have enough. Does not have enough? What if I do this? No, does not have enough. So, without that, we don't do it. But if you do have more key flare on thighs, again, I'm using weaker key flare wheels, then you would do what I just did there. And then you would have enough for LoneSeed. But since we don't have that, we just exo on Aegis. We dupe the LoneSeed. I mean, not dupe the LoneSeed. We LoneSeed the Bloodthirsty. And now we play the Gelot cards. Now let's just play these. Because we need enough key flare. I just put 136 dupes on Aegis so I can stun every turn. Yeah. So, on the burst turn, which typically turn 2 if it's exploration or now, you rouse, dies, always in exploration stages. And then you count how many cards are in your hand. If you have a plus 12 dies, you have to... I don't have a plus 12 dies. I might get it. So you check if Small Wish is in discard or draw pile as well. Because the Aegis Enlighten is fucking cancer for this. So is the Horla E2. Because you want your hand to be full. I mean, not full. A little bit empty. Because when you eat this baby with dies, you need to have enough hand space for 2 to 3 Bloodthirsties. And Small Wish pulls from discard if you have it in your discard pile. So, since I duped the Bloodthirsties here, I now can give Alimus to Gelot, and I do the combo. So, again, you have to keep track of how many cards you play. You cannot hit the Arithmetica Harmony. So, we're going to count. We have 4. We have a triple play here. So, that's 7. We're good. We're good. Plus, we have the Strike Hatred. The Strike Hatred. So, we can just do the Ancient Caress, or we can do the Small Wish. I'm going to do the Ancient Caress here. Don't LoneSeed, because we're not going to use the LoneSeed. We're going to kill it this turn. And then, you make sure that the big baby is the baby you have left in your hand. If you have any small babies, get rid of them. I don't know how you get rid of them. You take them to the nearest Planned Parenthood. You feed them to Aegis. You feed them to Horla. You feed them to Gelot. I don't know how. I don't care how you fucking get rid of these babies. I don't care if you use a coat hanger. I don't care. I'm Catholic. I'm Catholic. I do the March for Life. But in this game, these fucking embryos, I don't consider human. Okay? Do ever fuck with the little babies. You know why? Because when you exalt, it prioritizes the little babies before the big babies. So you have to get rid of all the little babies so that Gelot can eat the fine dinner that is the big baby. You exalt. And then, if you count correctly, if you can afford to play the Small Wish, you play it. But again, I don't care because we're good. We're going to kill. So we're going to feed back the Gelot. We're going to strike first for the buff, crit rate, and crit damage buff. Then we're going to Hatred for the strength buff. And now you have options. If you still have enough, so we're going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can play a Crimson. We can play a Crimson. So now we're at 6. We have enough for just Bloodthirsty, 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 and what do we do next? Not Bloodthirsty. Y flares. If you're Bloodthirsty right now, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Because he's close to death. We do that last. So we gotta do stuff to generate ailments, to generate resources. So 15% bleed, 3,500. So we do this, even if it kills it, it's still a win because we generate resources back to Gelot. We generate the resources back to Gelot over to heal. Because again, health is an option. We have the furnace for a reason. You don't use furnace. We get the 10 ailments is a better option. Alternatively, you can use the defense earlier so it's weaker if you count your cards correctly. So this turn, check what form we're in. We're in Snarl form already, so we don't need to use Snarl. We have a Crimson Furnace to start in our hand. We are not going to die. However, we are going to take a bit of damage. So right now, I can either... So we have 3 cards in Ultra Turn. So I'm going to do this. You either Vuln or Weakness. What's Weakness? And then you 1, 2, 3. Dupe. The Bloodthirsty. It's the same every mob battle. And we live. We calculated if we were going to die. That's what the Furnace is for. You don't use Furnace unless you have to. Remember, Bloodthirsty Flail heals you for missing HP. So that is going to remain heal. You're going to use the Furnace last if you ever do use it. If you ever do use it, it would be last. So this turn, Dimensional Lock. So we're going to Rouse. We have a lot of Key Flare. We're going to Rouse. So since we Rouse first, now we can play the Decomp. It's free to get back Key Flare. And then we play the Thighs Rouse card. Now we have Key Flare. So we don't have hand space. Do we want to go in Ultra Turn? No. Small Wish is in draw pile. So we either... There are 2 options we can do here. We can either Eye to Stun for next and wait for next turn. Or we can burst now and kill. There's no wrong answer here. Sometimes I like to stall and just burst turn here. And do whatever next turn. However, this I'm going to showcase the burst. So let's get rid of these babies. We're going to get rid of these 0-cost babies. Why are we doing this, Flares? We're getting rid of the 0-cost babies because I want Dice to eat the 1-cost baby. Remember, the first Exalt is always going to eat the small babies first if you get rid of all the fucking little shitter 0-cost. Dice is going to eat this 1-year-old, okay? You get rid of all of the 0-month-olds so Dice can target the 1-year-old. So, Exalt on Thighs. Dupe the Bloodthirsty if you're doing a burst. So, what do we do now, Flares? Well, we do not have Vuln on them. But that is fine. That is fine. We don't need it. So, we're going to count the cards. We have 1. And we're going to do this. So, we're not going to use the Crimson Shackle. We're going to use either the Hatred or the Strike. I prefer... Post buff, Hatred, or Strike, AoE. So we're going to turn. Let's do the Strike to get Ailments back after this burst. So now we count. We're good. We Exalt. It broke the shield. We have exactly 13. Yep. So now we count again. We have 1, 2, 3 plus 4. That's 7. 8. 8 plus 1. That's 9, so we have 2 more cards played. This defense, or one of these. Let's generate ailments. Back to Gellet. So, now we're gonna strike. Strike. Next strike, it's gonna kill. So we Hatred. Strike. What do we do now? We're gonna Annihilate. See what we can get. Okay. So, we're gonna now defense, because I'm confident it's gonna kill. Bloodthirsty, Bloodthirsty. So, the next Bloodthirsty, if it crits, it's gonna kill that mob. We don't want that. Just yet. So, we feed Alimus. And now we kill. We either kill or wait. If you have enough shield, you wait, you stall a turn. However, it's gonna die to bleed anyway. So, you end with a nice... kill. Next is the shop. I kept the furnace because because we have a shop and we have enough to sell HP. So you should always have enough to sell HP. So let's look at the relic options. This is decent. This is decent on a Gelot. And it's discounted, so we buy it. Refresh. This is garbage. This is garbage. This is garbage. So here, we sell HP. Low HP. So now in this exploration stage, we have two options here. We either go fight the elite if you're confident, or you go backwards and grab the heal in exchange for a symptom. I don't know. This is probably going to be a big regret, but I think I'm confident. I'm confident. Why are you so confident, players? Why is my balls so fucking big? Because I'm not a retard. Because I know I have Ultra Turn ready, I have an Aegis Stun ready. I have 2 turns of whatever the fuck I want to do to play with this boss. This boss can't do shit. I have Ultra Turn to style on him, I have the Stun to style on him. The boss can't kill you if you have 2 free turns. I saved 2 free turns for this elite. I can do whatever I want with his body. He can't stop me. He can't stop me, okay? There's nothing the boss can do can stop me. And since I know what the boss is, I knew he wasn't attack the first turn. So I have 3 turns of styling on this motherfucker. I have 3 fucking turns. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, boss? Nothing. You can't do shit. I can have my way with this boss. So that was the trick. I kind of guessed I have enough key flare. Do that. I had the Ultra Turn. So let's do the Carols on. Doesn't matter who I use it on. So that's the first turn. Don't use the furnace. Again, the furnace is for oh shit scenarios. Is this an oh shit scenario? I think not. It's like get shit on. That's what scenario this is. This is the get shit on scenario. So decomp. Decomp and Ultra Turn is always good. Do this. And let's get rid of the sticky wax. We don't want this fucking garbage. So this can be a burst turn. Count. 10. Small Wish in draw pile. So Exo. She's gonna abort this little baby motherfucker here. Do Bloodthirsty Flail. So now, we count. We're good. So, some people like to Horror Exalt before Gel Exalt. We don't need to. I say that shit. If you don't need to, don't use it. You can stall. So, the combo is the same. So, let's check the crit rate on Gelot. 64%. Not that good. So, we can feed this super baby to her to get her more crit rate and to fill her up for next turn. So, strike. Strike. Hatred. Now, I should have done the Crimson Flails. That was my mistake, but it's whatever. So, let's count. 4. 8. We're good. So, we can now do this. And let's just Bloodthirsty. 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 We can dupe. And Bloodthirsty. Now, it's gonna do the oh shit bad shit. So, let's Annihilate. Do this. And... it's a mistake. Want a baby. Vaughn. Defense. So, if we had the Aegis Stun, we don't need to go on Ultra Turn. I could have gone into Ultra Turn to prevent this. However, him summoning the mobs is a good thing. 80,000? Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. Why? Because we need to get rid of these fucking sticky waxes. These fucking sticky waxes are the bane of my existence. Get rid of that shit. Now, this guy is going to give a sticky wax? No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not going to do shit. Because now, we can do the stun. Again, you don't need to kill the boss. They have 80,000, which is enough for a Gellet. So 1, 2, 3. We're good. Annihilate. Small Wish. do this. Where is it? Okay. This turn is the exact same thing. Do Bloodthirsty. And we can decide to go an Ultra turn here, but we don't need to. So, let's see. We still do a burst. Again, we can just do this. It's quite simple. A small wish. Strike, hatred. Again, we want to play the Crimson Furnace first. I mean, Crimson Shackles to reduce our HP. Boom. And let's Elegy Psalm for the weakness. Boom. Annihilate. He's going to die next turn. This boss is going to die next turn. So we do this for the Key Flare. We get rid of this baby. Feed it back. Actually, we can probably feed it back to Aegis, but too late. So I think you either finish it to take no damage or you defense. I want a defense. Is not going to kill it. And Bloodthirsty. Now we're full HP. We're healthier than we started. So, Relics. So, on this team, this is fucking garbage. You don't need to draw or the Aeomus. This is the most useful one. Because it resets every battle. Let's go back to the shop. Anything we want? Nope. Still all garbage. So, on this map in particular. You can either go here or up here. What I personally like to do is I like to step in here, get the symptom immediately on this specific comp, and then go in the shop. Why? Because I can sell HP. I can sell HP because my health is quite full. You can grab a heal right here, but we don't need to grab that heal. We can just fight the battle. We don't need to grab that heal. Because again, we have the stun, we have Ultra Turn. So even if we fuck up and we didn't add a heal, it will never come to that. Because we have everything prepared. So we have the weakness symptom here and triple furnace. So this turn is pretty easy. Weakness. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we're gonna die, Flares. You fucked up. No. That's what the Ultra Turn is for. So let's do this. So we either dupe or we rouse. So this is reduce rouse. We typically want to prioritize the dupe here. Because remember, in Ultra Turn you have less chances. But I have the rewind. We can test. If you want to test is the early turns, you can test it yourself. So now, we're not going to test because her ailment was a big waste. I would never fucking do that. In a million years. So, dupe. Bloodthirsty. Now we decomp. Snarl. Small wish. So our D's are fleeting exhaust. We don't care. So, Crimson Shackle. 1, 2, 3. So we could have burst this turn, but I knew I had babies. You stun in Ultra Turn. And you have now, since we saved up our oh fuck moment, we got basically 2 free turns out of there. And now we can do whatever the fuck we want with the boss. We have the small wish in hand. We don't have to worry about anything. We exalt. Bloodthirsty. We have our hand space, and now we rouse, because again, once you exalt, especially if you don't have OE, that's a good option. So, let's get rid of these regular baby. Get rid of this shit on someone. And now we can save this for later. We count our cards in hand. We're good. Exalt on Gelot. First mob is dead. We now strike, hatred is always the same. Bloodthirsty. 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 Okay, front mob is gonna die. So we can now Sacred Blood. Weakness. Dupe. Bloodthirsty. Scanning Drainer is Super Baby. What are we going to do with Super Baby? We either feed it to Gelot or Aegis. Let's feed it to Aegis for the future. So, we defense. So, both mobs are going to die. So, might as well play a Bloodthirsty to reduce our damage taken. And you can decide whether you want to Furnace now or not. I don't need the Furnace. So, yeah, it's pretty simple. Again, we still have the heal up there. So we don't need to do that illusion. This map you can go down. For the portal. True North Compass, garbage. Let's get this. Again, you can clear the entire, it's good for exploration. So, let's see here. We're good. So this turn, Crimson Shackle. We're already informed. However, we need to get rid of this weakness symptom. So we cannot play this Ancient Caress without annihilating. We don't want to annihilate. So, alternatively, we can just do this or the Small Wish. I prefer the Small Wish for the Keyflare. Triple. Posse. Bloodthirsty. Again, we don't need to use the Furnace. It's our oh shit moment, okay? That's our oh shit card. Because the lower our health is, the more we heal anyway. So, let's see. This turn, we're going to die unless we push or use the Bloodthirsties to heal. However, we do not have enough Keyflare. So, it does not matter to us. So, we either do the burst now or we can stun. Or we can use our thing. So, let's just Exalt on her. That will generate some Keyflare for us. We dupe the Bloodthirsties. Use the Small Wish. Now we have enough Keyflare. We Rouse dies. Since the Rouse gave her the Super Baby, we now have a Super Baby. We get rid of this fucker. Let's feed it back to dies. Now we do the burst. Again, the Horror Exalt you can use if you need the extra oomph of damage. You can see if you have enough oomph. I think we have enough oomph. Okay, we always triple Crimson here. Because remember, it's percentage of max HP. We have 7, so Bloodthirsty. Bloodthirsty. We take no damage now. So, we can either continue to combo, or we can pause. But, I don't see any reason to pause. Our Ultra Turn's already full, almost full. So, we can do a Bloodthirsty to basically kill. So, this is an option if you want to stall for another Ultra Turn or not. So, let's, I have options here. Let's just stall. We need some resource. So let's stall here. Let's stall here. Yeah, triple hit this turn. So this turn is always the same. Do Bloodthirsty. Get a Super Baby. So let's do this. Let's put this in Ultra Turn. Do we have anything to give Vuln? We do not. So we either Vuln or Weakness this turn, depending on if you think you're going to kill. I think we're probably going to kill. And we have this Weakness if we don't. So, Karozom. Feed a Baby. So, Bloodthirsty. Again, it's a bit weak. 7,000. Get rid of this Weakness. Bloodthirsty. And let's... How much damage he's taking? 2,400. Okay, it's going to die. Used Furnace. So, now that we stalled additional turn, we have Ultra Turn ready for the boss, and we have full resource sources on everyone. So, let's see here. Go to Faded Bone. Tilted Scales is very good. Tilted Scales is very good. We grab that. So, we only have 2 more Relic slots or upgrade. This is good. This is good. However, the base damage is nice, but we want more strength over base damage. We have Vuln already. This is great. And we upgrade. We upgrade. Selling our HP does not do anything, so we don't do that. If selling your HP at that shop does something, you would do it. So this, strength down. This is good too. This is good too. There are a lot of good options here. Start battle, strength. On this boss, I would use this. Our health is at a good place, so we get the relic. Our health is in a very good place here. Again, double boss. Technically, this is a boss Gelot is weak against because there's two of them. But let me just fucking rouse. So, on a boss battle, typically you want to rouse Gelot first. So that's what we're going to do. Even though she's full, we're going to rouse her. Because remember, the sooner you rouse her, the faster you start scaling on Gelot. So we can triple Crimson here. So, yeah, and we have the furnace to ensure we not die. So we don't need Ultra Turn. Because we live this. So we get rid of that. Oh, Elegy is good. And let's use this symptom to get her, because we want really want to dupe. We really want to dupe, so we use that symptom. Okay, second turn. Do we need any oh shit moments? Decomp, obviously. So, we have the furnace? No, we don't need to do anything. However, we can burst this turn. So, let's count our cards. Any small wish? Yep, small wish is right there. So, we're good. We're good. So, we exalt on dies. Where's the bloodthirsty? There it is. So, what do we always do this turn? Get rid of this weakness. That's always going to happen. Make this into a Crimson Shackle, and don't forget like last time. We're going to rouse dies. Get rid of this baby. I don't know what I'm going to do with this baby. No one knows. Feed it to dies. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you abort it. As long as you abort the baby, it's fine. Exalt on Gelot. So strike, strike, hatred. Now what we're going to do, folks. That's right, we're going to count. 1, 1. We have 4 cards left. We can't afford to play one of this. Boom. 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 200. And boom. We lost. Well, players, you don't have any bloodthirsties left. It's not a big deal. So, because we have the defense here. Because next turn, we're going to generate enough Key Flare, and we're going to have double Crimson Shackle anyway. Wow, big hit. Again, we have the stun ready whenever we want. So what do we want in Ultra Turn? Something you have to ask yourself constantly. Let's do the Snarl. So Crimson. 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 Get rid of this weakness card. So we don't even have to do Ultra Turn. We don't even have to do Ultra Turn here. We can just annihilate this, defense, and furnace. We probably never need Ultra Turn. Again, Ultra Turn is for the oh shit moments. So is I just done. So double Sticky Wax. This classifies as an oh shit moment. Getting rid of these fucking garbage ass Sticky Waxes. That classifies as an oh shit moment. Let me dupe the Bloodthirsties. We're gonna go into Ultra Turn. So let's see what we put in here. Let's put this in there. Let's put this in there. Let's fill her up. What's in our draw? Again, we don't care about the symptoms. We do that. Okay, now we go into Ultra Turn. So, first off, we're going to play this card. Actually, what we actually do is we exile first. So, decomp, get our key flare back. Get rid of these garbage-ass sticky waxes. These garbage, no good sticky waxes. Do this, and we start finding a real flail. There we go. This is a real one. So, we end turn. Why do I do that? Why do I get rid of the sticky wax in Ultra Turn and not anywhere else? Ultra Turn, remember, if it's mixed with another unit, that means you generate less ailments, you generate everything less. So while you're generating less, might as well use it to get rid of stuff that isn't affected by Ultra Turn. So, let's clear our hand size. Our hand space is an issue. So we play the symptom, doesn't matter. So, we check where the small wish is. Our small wish is in our draw pile. Perfect. That means it's not going to draw here. Axel on thighs. Bloodthirsty. See? Our hand is perfect. Now, we can do this. Aegis or whatever. Doesn't matter. So, this, we can do the big burst with the hurt. Or we can just do another mini burst. But let's just do a big burst here. Let's just do a big burst here. Just showcase it. So, again, we have to be very careful. Eat a baby. I heard about it. Do this. And we're going to strike. Crimson. Dupe. Bloodthirsty. So, strike. Now, there's nothing else we can do besides this dirge. Can we afford to play the dirge? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't afford to play the dirge at a risk cost of removing 1 bloodthirsty. Cost of 1 thirsty, we can play the dirge. I do not think it's worth it. And it's dead. Actually, it was worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it all along. And, again, we have just enough HP. Boss is dead. That unit's dead. We have 100% DR. But we're not going to use the DR. We have this. Don't need the DR. Don't need shit. And that's generally what you do with a Gelot comp. So let's go in again and let's showcase the alternative version, which is the Salvador comp. Now, I don't invest in Salvador. I think his lore is dog shit. This is going to be me going rant, so let's just borrow Luma. You don't need a plus 12, you just need the E3, but you do the exact same. However, remember, what Salvador wants is big HP. Big mommy HP. Doesn't even need Aegis. Just whatever your con units are. Very boring comp for most players. Very boring comp. For most players. Not for me. I'm fine with it. So, in this spawn, you can put Zoo. Don't even need the Aegis stun. The Aegis stun is broken. The Aegis stun is OP. But don't need it. Let's just put in the Zoo. Don't need it. You don't even need Horla. Horla works. Just put in a blue unit. You can put in Caucus. Let's put in Solis. Oh wait, low HP. No. Let's not put in Solis. Let's put in something that can generate some key. Actually, let's just keep the Horla. Let's just keep the Horla the same here. Yeah, let's just keep the Horla. So, you don't even need Key Flare on Zoo. You don't even need her wheel. So, if you want optimal, you want to increase your max HP as much as possible. So, in that case, you would put, where fuck is it? Birth of a Soul, for example. And you can put whatever the fuck else you want here. I prefer this wheel. No, not that wheel. The fucking Karen wheel. Where the fuck is it? Right here. I prefer these two. And you can just put whatever company you have. Let's put my money wheel. You don't need the Alimus wheel here. And same team, I replaced the Isis with the Zoo to show that you don't need it. Again, it is a 10 levels on Salvador. But this is going to be a very boring. You can stop now. You should probably build the Gelot version of it. But this is showcasing those of you guys who are who have insane willpower. This is like for the best of you. The one that have so much willpower you can stomach playing Salv. So, weakness, Ancient Caress. Who do you Ancient Caress? Well, doesn't matter. You don't even need Salv. So, but we have the Overexalt Salv, so we can use that. So, we can Annihilate, but it doesn't really do anything for us. So, we just use that. You don't need to use 5 mana every turn. Some turns you're going to use 2 mana, and you're fine with it. So, what do we do here? We either Rouse dies or dupe the End of Suffering. What we do is we Rouse dies here. So, Exalt. What are we duping, folks? You guys know the answer to this. Everyone watching the stream knows the fucking answer to this. Dupe End of Suffering. Oh, such a genius. Such a genius. Let's get rid of this state. Let's just go to elegy mode. Yep. End of Suffering. What option? Last option. Yep. End of Suffering. What option? Last option. Furnace. Oh, we can now play this Fan Seal Kiss. Or the Strike. What do we do, folks? Either option works. Fan Seal Kiss doesn't really do much. Let's do the Strike to regen her. Salvador defense. We keep one End of Suffering in hand. Didn't do any damage this turn. But they're not going to kill us. Next turn. Wow. What do we do first? Dupe. What card do we dupe? End of Suffering. Let's get rid of some of these wounds. To see what cards we draw. Let's put an End of Suffering in Ultra Turn. End of Suffering. Last option. Feed babies to dies. Exalt on dies. What are we duping, folks? You guys know the answer. End of Suffering. It's the easiest comp in the game, folks. The average Ultra player can play this. Boom. Use the Furnace. You have his Overexalt. Again, you want to Overexalt on Salv 5 times in the exploration stages. Why? Every time you Overexalt, your Furnace cap is bigger. That means you scale faster. That means you have to withstand this less. End of Suffering. Last option. Now, we save one End of Suffering in our hand for next turn. Let's do this. Let's generate some Key Flare. Strike. Strike. See that big damage on the Salv Strike? Yeah. He gets stronger every time you do this combo. Every turn he gets stronger forever. Forever and ever and ever. He will kill the planet. So, what do we do now, folks? Dupe. End of Suffering. Again, this is the alternative to the Gelot comp. You either keep Grief, or you switch to Snarl to kill it slightly faster. Grief gets you bigger shields, but let's do Snarl. Karosong. Dies. Super Baby. Dies. Is this enough End of Sufferings? No. Prepare. 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 So, let's see. Don't know? So we're just gonna YOLO it. Dupe. End of Suffering. What option? Last option. Heal. It's dead. However, we can End of Suffering. Do this. And guess what we're gonna do now? We either tank the hit and stall, or we kill it. Tanking the hit is not worth it. Boom. Dead. See how much slower that was than Gellet? But also 10 times easier. You don't need to think. Gelot requires you to play other cards than End of Suffering. This comp, you put 2 other shitters and dies, and LoneSeed, and you only play End of Suffering. That's all you do. It's no secret. It's no secret. There's no Giga Brain play here. The Giga Brain play is can you survive IRL playing this comp? Can you survive IRL? That's the only thing you need to ask yourself. So, wow, Snarl. We don't even need to go in Ultra. We have a full furnace. We took so much damage, guys. What are we gonna do? We took no damage. Rouse. Dies. Every mob battle is the exact same here. No End of Suffering. Oh no. Sacred Blood. Weakness. We don't need the bone, motherfucker. Annihilate. End of Suffering, please. No End of Suffering. No End of Suffering. What a shame. Feed a super baby to hurt him. Let's accumulate Crimson Furnace. Let's eat that baby to scale. And we're good. Again, you can do this with a blue variant. You can do this with blue. You can do this with Chaos Salv. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The only key units are Salv and Dice. Don't even need the Horla here. So, now we found the End of Suffering. Dupe. End of Suffering. Exalt dies. What card are we going to pick? That's right, folks. End of Suffering. Those of you guys watching now knows, while despite this being like the easiest comp in the game, and one of the strongest comps in the game, why no one uses this endgame. This is the reason why no one uses this comp. This is the big secret. It's not because the comp is bad, it's because this is what you have to do to play the comp. You can just do whatever here. Can you withstand this? Is the only question you should ask yourself. Can you handle this? It is the easiest comp in the game. It is also one of the strongest comps in the game. Snarl. What are we duping? End of Suffering. Let's feed all these babies. I think this is enough to... Well, let's find out. Which one is the fake one? Yeah, that's the fake one. So this last option. How much damage is this? Oh yeah, that's enough. That's enough damage. So we don't need this baby. We don't need that baby. Let's get the embryo fusion for get more babies. So we can now furnace. I don't actually know if this is enough. Oh, wasn't enough. But we got the Salvador. Again, you can just keep stalling. Unfortunate. Now I have to wait longer. Unfortunate. But we have the Su Exalt here. Su Exalt, don't need the Spellbound. And we can do this. Strike. And end turn. Wasn't enough damage. Didn't calculate it correctly. But that's fine. We can have more fun. We can have more fun, guys. Dupe. There's nothing to dupe. We're just duping for the big baby here. So, Snarl, they have Vuln already. So let's do this. Let's do the weakness. Let's furnace. We're at full HP. Even though we made the mistake, we're still at full HP. You literally cannot make mistakes on this comp. You have so much healing and so much shielding that your only weakness is your own willpower. Your own willpower, your own will to survive. Like the eye of the tiger. So, No end of suffering here. Would Exalt also give 500 shield? Yeah, if he launched now, Exalt will probably give 500 shield. So, let's just Exalt here. Guys, Exalt is pretty useless. Let's just do this. Yeah. As long as it's enough to kill. Defense. And let's Bone Sick. Okay. Oh my gosh. Again, we don't need this technically, but it helps us scale faster. This helps us scale faster. Don't need this. Don't need this. This is useful. This is useful too. But let's upgrade. Sell HP. Upgrade. So, we can go to the shop. Or, not. Let's choose the not option here. Again, you don't need to rouse anyone else. You can rouse dice. If you rouse the dice, he scales faster. Right? But that, we have plus 12 him, so it would be unfair. But I can do it to progress faster. But let's just rouse her. No need to go into Ultra String yet. End of suffering? No end of suffering. So we have to suffer. If there's no end of suffering, then we suffer. Oh, I forgot. If you didn't do the Ultra Turn right, what you gotta do to make sure you don't have that is first turn you gotta play a card first. You gotta play a card first. Do this. And then you annihilate. And that prevents you from getting the thing. Yeah. So, we're good. So, let's see here. We can rouse to make it go faster, but again, I'm doing it without it. Ticket Whack is cancer. We don't have any end of suffering, so I'm fine with it. So, let's just rouse him. Salvador's rouse is also strong. He has the fucking barrier. But this is fine. We have the Zoo Exalt. Let's just do this. You don't need the Zoo here, but might as well use them. You can use whatever. But 3. Let's play Salv defense. Reduce the thing. Please. Nope. No end of suffering yet. No end of suffering yet, but we have this. Let's get... Again, we don't care. His Exalt does a damage buff and a crit rate buff. We don't use it for damage. We don't use it for the scaling. So, Furnace. Where is it? Finally. We are saved. End of suffering. How fast this goes is how fast you get the end of suffering. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm starting to feel it a little too, playing this comp. But I'm still fine compared to how other people describe playing this comp. Strong willpower here. Strongest willpower NA. Let's use the free barrier. Do this. Do this. And again, don't need to go in Ultra Turn, so we're not gonna. Again, his strikes are now doing 5,000 damage because of the thing. Free barrier. Oh, now more turns. Dupe. End of suffering. Feed a baby to dies. Exalt on dies. Duping the end of suffering. Let's go Snarl. So, first off, let's Furnace first. Last option. We're taking 1300 damage, so a couple more End of Sufferings. Which one is the fake one? I think this one's the fake one. Use the real one. Grab a shield. We're now full shields. We saved this End of Suffering for next turn so we can dupe it. Let's Carousel the thighs. Let's Bone Sick for some babies. Annihilate. Do this. Oh, nice End of Suffering. Let's, I don't need to do much. Let's Strike to speed it up. Again, now his strikes are doing 11,000 damage. Eventually, he will do like hundreds of thousands of damage and kill everything. But you have to do this every fight, every mob wave. So, big surprise, folks. I'm gonna surprise you. End of Suffering. You guys were surprised. You didn't see that coming, did you guys? I know. I did not see it coming myself. No one saw that coming. No one here saw that coming. It was a big surprise. Hardest comp to play in the game, folks. Hardest comp to play in the game. It's so many options. It's so many options. I get overwhelmed mentally on what to do here. I get overwhelmed mentally on what to do here. So, again, dog shit sticky wax. So, dupe. End of Suffering. Girl, the sticky wax. Let's do the bone. That's right. End of Suffering. Get the baby back to her. Exalt on Salv. You don't need to eat a baby. So, this last option is big damage now, right? Last option. Now, we have a nice old furnace. Annihilate. Middle option. That's the big burst you were building up to. It'll take a while though. That's the big burst you're building up to. Let's get this. Oh my. Okay, to spare you guys the pain and misery, I might go straight to boss, cause you don't need much here. Oh, this is a god relic on him. So we don't need to do exploration anymore if you don't want to. You won. Oh, this is good. Yeah, this is worth it. So, let's just go straight to boss here. Again, you can kill the 2 mob waves to get stronger, but again, it's Salvador. You don't give a fuck. So, rouse. Dies. Boom. What do we want in Ultra Turn? This. Furnace. What do we do now? Let's just Exalt. Let's just put Spellbounds. No need to use this. And let's go into Ultra Turn, because I think we have some End of Sufferings there. Yeah. If you go into Ultra Turn, you have the End of Suffering to dupe early. Boom, End of Sufferings. This is a fake End of Suffering. So, now we Snarl. Guess what? We can also End of Suffering here. Exalt. Dies. What do? We don't care about the reduced damage in Ultra Turn. We just want to end their suffering. 600. Not enough. End their suffering. 1,000. Boom. End of Suffering. And We have double there. They have the weakness. So we can just Horror Exalt 2 for heal. Or we can just do this. I'd rather do this. How many turns of weakness? More turns of weakness. Let's rouse the Salvador. Might as well. And we can do the thing, but again, Ultra Turn is nerfed. Could have saved the Furnace for after, but I don't really care. Okay. Baby. Dies. We're good. Get rid of this garbage sticky wax. Baby. Dies. Okay. Exalt. Dies. End of suffering. Those guys who are watching this video should get the point of it. I would be very surprised. I would actually tell you to check into the nearest hospital if you do not understand what to do by now. I would just tell you to just check into the nearest hospital. You have some kind of mental issues. So you should check into the nearest hospital if you haven't figured out how this works. If you haven't figured out how this works, you should probably check yourself into some kind of hospital. Wow. We took so much damage, folks. 1,000 damage this turn? How are we gonna live this? How are we gonna live this? What a Giga Brain plan does players have cooking here? Well, we feed the baby to dies. We use this. We weakness for more turns of weakness. We already end of suffering. Guess what we're gonna do now? 1,000. We're good. Shield. Wow. End of suffering. Wow. I am so surprised at what we're doing here. Yep. But again, who's willing to play this endgame? Who's willing to play this? Besides me, I'm actually willing to play this. So this is a big hit, so we can use this if we want. But let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Again, they don't have bone. We don't care if they don't have bone. Let's put this. Oh, we're good. We're ready. Again, haven't touched other units. It's just to showcase that the 2 units you use besides dies does not matter. 2 units you use does not matter. It has never mattered. So, boom. Boom. Heal. We can Bone Stick Longing if we want here. But, let's boom some more. Boom. And, sure. We have the Salvador over Exalt. It doesn't really do anything now. Besides the 1 bone. But, shield. We're good. Sure, let's Zoo Exalt. Why are we Zoo Exalting? Because we have it. No other reason. Strike. Blessed. Caro. Wow. They're doing so much damage to us. They're doing a whole grand total of 0 damage. How are we going to survive? This is helping me go to sleep. Yeah. This. Dupe. End of suffering. Feed the baby to dies. Yep. Wow. This. Any unit. We already duped. I already forgot. I already forgot what we did and what we didn't do. But, what we do? Boom. Big shield. We're good. That was close, guys. That was close. I didn't know if we were gonna make it. I didn't know if we were gonna make it. We were taking 1,800 damage. I had no clue we would take 0 damage from that. I had no clue, guys. There's no indication. The enemy HP bar is actually moving, yeah. It's starting to move now. It's turn 6. It's turn 6. It's starting to scale. End of suffering. Let's do this. Again, we don't need the vuln. We need the weakness. Let's get this baby away. Let's use Salvador for the vuln. To speed it up. Again, typically you don't use this. Typically you play safe, but let's speed this up a bit. See, you're starting to take 40,000 damage at End of Suffering now. It's scaling, guys. So we're going to do one more End of Suffering. And Furnace. We're full HP again. Big surprise. And end turn. Our HP bar isn't moving, but the enemy HP bar is moving. Their HP bar is moving. You saw it moving. I haven't exalted a Horla in forever, but it's moving. End of suffering. Let's crack the front mob. So let's do this. Gellet. More weakness. Let's actually double boss it this time. Sure. Get rid of this. And now, excellent. End of suffering. I don't think we've used Ultra Turn at all, because I have never found a need to use it. But let's exalt on Zoo. Let's spellbound, because we don't want to trigger soothing. We don't want to overkill now, do we, folks? Here's one. Okay. End of suffering. End of suffering. We're taking a little bit of damage. Shield. And we can fan seal or continue to End of Suffering. Oh, let's continue to End of Suffering. Furnace. Wow. Next turn. We did 400,000 damage that turn. See? We're starting to do damage now. Are the bosses doing damage? Again, easiest comp in the game. Is it worth it? Those guys watching the video. Is this worth it? That's a question you have to answer yourself. No one else can answer that for you. Let's just use the barrier. We had that barrier forever. We had that fucking barrier forever. So, Exalt. End of Suffering. Boom. Oh, we now get the Vuln. Yeah, we don't want to eat babies on him. We just want to feed all the babies to dies. This. Furnace. Now we can do another End of Suffering. We don't need to do anything. Let's do another one of these. End turn. Are we taking damage this turn? Wow, 31 damage. We're dead, guys. We're fucked. We're fucked. We took 31 damage. What are we going to do? 31 fucking damage. That is insane. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy, guys. I can't believe we recovered from that. I cannot believe it. It's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle, I have to say, guys. So we now choose the cheap, or we can just do the blessed. Well, let's do this. Boom. 66,000 damage, guys, folks. And his strikes, by the way, to just show you. 39,000 damage strikes. Insane. Let's go into Ultra Turn, because we were never going to use Ultra Turn if I keep going. Yeah, almost over. It's been 30 minutes. Yeah. In Gelot run, I thought this is straight to boss. So I didn't even do the other mob waves. Yeah, almost over. Yeah. We did it. We did it. Yeah. It's like the Dora the Explorer soundtrack. We did it. Yeah. So there's no reason to do it in this phase because let's just use the shield. Wow. We're gonna team up for a super burst turn. We're gonna see the power of Salvador next turn, guys. So I don't know why I did that, but nah, I want Snarl. So we have enough to kill. We can keep going. We can keep going to 100 turns. You can fight this boss for 100 turns. It'll be, and you still be alive. You still be alive. But without further ado, let's actually finish the fight. Let's finish the fight. Like a Halo series. Let's buff. Horla's excellent for the first time. Do this. End of suffering. Get rid of this. Unfortunate. Big dick damage. Okay. Boom. Oh. Fuck. So we can't actually show the full damage of Salvador. What I was gonna do is fill this up and choose the middle option. But we can only fill it up 25% of the way because the next End of Suffering I play will kill it. Now that's the insane scaling. Now, there is no boss that lives to 15 turns. Because right now, each End of Suffering last option does 100,000 damage. So the next one, but it keeps scaling forever. But I wanted to showcase the middle option. But let's just showcase the middle option with 25%. Yeah. So each middle option with 25% does 300,000 damage. It's a lot of damage, folks. It's very strong. It's one of the strongest comps in the game. Now, hands up. I'm going to do a poll right now, and it's going to be in the video. Who here would run a Salvador comp through all content and story over Gellet? Me. I love Salvador. I'd rather die. Who here? It's the strongest comp. It's one of the strongest comps in the game. It's also the easiest comp in the game. That is why no one uses it. Just because you see meta comps doesn't mean they're the best comps. I show you the best comps, regardless of how boring they are. That is technically a top 3 comp in the game. Some would argue it might be like one of the 2 strongest comps in the game because it can kill any boss. You can fight and kill any boss. You can win against any boss fight. There's no boss that counters that comp. No one wants to do that. Yeah, 90% you would rather die. Just because a comp is popular on the leaderboards doesn't mean it's the best comp. But that concludes this video. It's an hour long. So yeah.
old Salvador stands tall, gentle of voice, yet mightier than all. Blind are his eyes, yet clearer his sight. He shields the meek, defender of right.
Mercy, valor, kindness, might, justice, shelter, honor, light.
Stride of grace, his gates serene. Renegades falter where he has been. No blade he draws, no wrath he speaks. Yet ultra tremble, their knees grow weak.
Mercy, valor, kindness, might, justice, shelter, honor, light.
Eyes unseeing, heart divine. Truth flows forth in every line.
From crimson furnace the stone was born, in sacred flame its wrath was sworn.
Blind he stands, yet none compare. He hurls rocks with split sound and air.
Mercy, valor, kindness, might, justice, shelter, honor, light.
Blindfolded in grace, with arms of steel, he lifts the low, their wounds he heals. Darkness flees where he has prayed. Justice walks where he has stayed. All shall kneel as he saves the day.
Mercy, valor, kindness, might, justice, shelter, honor, love. Mercy, valor, kindness, might, justice, shelter, honor, love.
Silent cries he hears with care. Falsehoods perish in his prayer. With a touch the veil is torn. Truth revealed, the meek reborn.
Mercy, valor, kindness, might, justice, shelter,